peace and love. Let's get into it.
We've got a fair variety, all kinds of different artists tonight. Really, really cool lineup. Coming up next, we have BAND-MAID. We're going over to Japan. This is Tu et Moi, official live video. Let's see what's going on here. 'Do you know what I like about this straight away is we're getting a very raw, unfiltered live sound here. This isn't like overproduced to this like perfect performance video. It's really, I feel like I'm in the crowd. I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm in the club, and it really brings you closer to the band and gets that feeling. I love watching the guitar work in BAND-MAID. There's so much movement. I always comment there's heavy use of octaves, which is basically you're kind of just making a chord out of one note essentially. But what that does by making a chord out of one note, by layering it up in octaves, you're able to move freely through the song without there being any clashing, right? Because if you're playing a full chord with say 3, 5, 6 notes or whatever, you know, then there's very likely to be a note in there that clashes with what the bass is doing or what the other guitar is doing, etc., etc. So if you have one guitar doing full chords, you can have another guitar doing octaves, and you can move around as a lead guitar but with a fuller sound. It's really, really cool. You'll see Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead do it a lot with the amount of guitars they had. It becomes kind of essential, you know, having 3 guitars on stage like that. Octave use, very, very important. And BAND-MAID have really, really got it down to a fine art, and I notice it in almost every song I see. A lot of fast movement on the octaves on the neck of the guitar, and it's how they're able to kind of keep that high pace. I love the energy of this. Really, really cool. Another great guitarist I forgot to mention who you see use a lot of octaves is Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins, and I really feel the Smashing Pumpkins have a big influence here for BAND-MAID as well. They pull from different eras. They've kind of fused together their own genre, but there are certain moments in certain songs I hear little bit like, oh yeah, Smashing Pumpkins right there. Oh yeah, a little bit Muse there. Okay, but it's kind of, it's like thrash hard rock, J-pop, a ton of things going on, but very, very much rooted in live band performance, you know, and they don't feel like metal to me. There's an element of metal. They're BAND-MAID, you know, but they're bringing lots and lots of different elements in to make this really cool sound. But it's fast paced, isn't it? It's a moving train, BAND-MAID, that's for sure. When you're listening to them, got to try and keep up. Proper live band right there. They get really stuck into it. I really liked that high harmony, the sustained note. That was, yeah, right there. That was really, really cool. All very locked in with this song. A lot of movement. Fingers are not staying still on any fretboard for longer than half a second, right? Then they've cut their teeth doing this, performing live. And they've just, look at the speed. Sumimasen. Come on. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. I love the band, and I'm desperate to go to Japan, you know, and something I'd really like to do in Japan, amongst many things, is go to some gigs. I was lucky enough to go to Japan when I was 15, and it was noticeable to me how big the music scene was in Tokyo. There was a lot going on, a lot of street performers, a lot of jazz and rock and roll and all kinds of stuff. But now you see so many great bands coming from Japan. There's so many in multiple genres, in many genres. It's there. Yeah, a lot of great artists coming out of Japan on the world stage at the moment. It's really good to see. So, arigatou gozaimasu, BAND-MAID. That was Tout et Moi, official live video. Absolutely loved it. Very cool.